Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for today. You have this emotions are running high card and this be bold, make the first move card. And happy birthday, by the way, Pisces. But, again, it is definitely a time for Pisces to make moves and to take action on things that they want. And you have the King of Wands here. It's like nothing is just going to magically appear in your life. And you also have this card here which says, take the lead. So you're clearly kind of making bold moves at this time, or you're about to make bold moves, which would be a good thing. I definitely I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently, but I feel like there is something that you shouldn't give up on. You have that Nine of Wands there. And, I feel it's really important that if you're working on a big project or, something that's important to you, right? It could be personal, could be a personal project or, just something that you want to do for yourself. And I feel this is really saying, kind of don't give up on what you're working towards. And that's really the feeling I get off of the Nine of Wands. And, it's kind of interesting that, it's this here, this upside down or this upside down L here. Pisces is a little bit challenging, right, energy-wise, but then the rest of this is much, much better. So I really feel that this reading is kind of saying, again, don't give up on whatever it is that you're doing. The other thing I would say is we kind of are in an emotional time, and so I think we need to be careful of our emotions. What was this card? Oh yeah. So we need to be careful of our emotions and allowing our emotions to control us or dictate our lives. And so I would be careful of what way are your emotions guiding you or in what direction are your emotions guiding you. And I would make sure that you're not just, only making emotional decisions. I would make sure that you're kind of, making, both emotional and logical decisions, and I would kind of put the two together. You have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles wanted to come out here. Definitely walking away from something, or you already have. Usually the first row I just say is your current general energies, but the first row could also be your past. And so I think that a lot of you have walked away from a lot of things, Pisces. I mean, it makes sense based off your astrology. The Five of Pentacles says do not call attention to your weaknesses. Really the energy that I feel off of these two cards, Pisces, is I almost feel that you are taking something too personally or something like that, So it's if you went through a breakup recently or something, I feel like you are taking it. It's almost in my head, I just feel that you are taking it as a reflection on you. It's you're taking something too personally. I don't know, that's what I keep getting. Could be anything. This could be, maybe you got fired or, something else happened. But I do feel that there's a need to focus on your strengths clearly. And I feel that there's a need to kind of release something that maybe hurt you personally, with those two cards. You have the King of Wands. I mean, this energy is going to be your best friend here, Pisces, probably for many years to come, by the way. So, just because you aren't a fire sign doesn't mean you can't work with the energy. And, I think the King of Wands is a very good energy to work with. It's kind of funny because, since a while back, you were always showing up in readings as the King of Swords. I used to always say to you that I felt like the King of Swords was the energy that you are embracing. It's almost like this is now the new energy that you are embracing. You are embracing the energy of the King of Wands. And, he is very bold and assertive. King of Wands, it kind of makes sense because, King of Swords is knowledge and wisdom. And so it's you've been learning for a very long period of time. And now you are taking what you're learning and you are putting it out into the world. And I think it's no coincidence that, that we have the North Node moving into Pisces now. And, the North Node will spend a long stretch of time in Pisces. So, it takes a long time for it to come back to your sign. But you're going to have an extended period to really take control of your destiny or take control of just your life in general. And, I think that there is the perfect storm for really good things to happen for Pisces. I always say again, I'm going to stress it again, that tarot is just energy you can work with. And if you don't do anything to create change, nothing is going to happen for you. So you have to take advantage of this energy. And again, you're going to have to be bold, you're going to have to be assertive, you're going to have to learn how to say no, you're going to have to stop being a people pleaser. All those things that make Pisces uncomfortable, right? So you're going to have to face those parts of yourself to really be successful. But, I mean, just look at how much success could be here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Chariot. These are all very good cards. So again, I would take advantage of the energy and start small, right? You don't have to start big with all these things. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands, I do feel this is saying try again. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith, but this would almost be like you, kind of giving something one last shot, and that is the energy I get here. I don't think this is a person or anything. I feel like this is something you've been working towards or working on. Remember, at the beginning of the reading I said like a personal project or, it could be like a business or something. And, that's what I feel like you are giving like one really good college effort to, and that's what I would do with that Fool. With the Five of Pentacles and whatever the other card was, Eight of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups, which is great. Again, we don't know if the guy on the Eight of Cups is walking towards the Nine of Cups or not. He definitely doesn't know if he's walking towards the Nine of Cups or not. He is just hoping that he will, run into fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is total fulfillment. So again, I feel there could be fulfillment coming in for you. With the King of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, still a little bit stuck feeling. King of Wands is good, but, this is like an unleash the beast type of energy, right? With the King of Wands, he would not want to be in the Eight of Swords for sure. Like he would freak out like a caged lion, right? And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying like don't hold yourself back in any area of your life. And, the Eight of Swords is only seeing one solution to problems when there are many solutions. So I would stay open to solutions. But I get more of that like, caged in feeling, and I feel that you just need to, focus on creativity again. Oh, I was saying this earlier. I think I stopped myself, but it's almost like, we have the perfect storm of astrology for Pisces for things to go really well. And again, with also Pluto in Aquarius for you in your 12th house, as I keep saying to you with the King of Wands creative energy. So anything creative you can work on would be very good. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this travel card. It says you're attracting positive movement, or that will bring your desires to fruition. So yes, definitely. You have this take the lead. This Aries card says take the lead. It says don't wait for others to light the way. It's your time to step up and take the lead. Yes, it is your time, Pisces, for sure. So I think it is time for you to take the lead and really kind of make things happen with this energy and, really step into your leadership vibe. Again, Pisces, that is literally what you are doing. You are taking a lead. North Node in Pisces, like you are the leader now. And yes, it will only be there for a period of time, but you know what that means is basically, I always say like astrology is not a hard start or hard stop, right? So it's like you go through the astrology of something, and then you have to keep implementing what you learned. Pisces are meant to be the leaders. You are meant to show people how to live in a positive way. So, it is definitely time. You have the Ten of Swords. Again, I still feel like there's some sort of attachment to the past or something that happened to you. I feel like you need to, again, not take something personal or, it's kind of like saying, don't take something as a reflection on you. And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's like something happened to you in the past, and I feel like you are allowing it to like become part of your identity. And I feel the Ten of Swords is saying whatever this hurt is that you are holding on to, and again, you're all different, so it's going to be different for all of you, but I feel like you need to let go of that hurt or release that hurt so that you can be more successful. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty or happy home, happy family. So Ten of Cups is a very good card, and of course, but really, I kind of feel fortune after difficulty energy for you. I really feel like, I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before, but I really feel like a daily routine would be very helpful for you, Pisces. Like, like setting up certain things that you do every single day, day in, day out. Certain activities or, business activities or whatever, like certain steps that you're taking every day. Because I feel like before you know it, you're going to be making a lot of progress, but you have to take those daily steps. And that's what I feel here. You have the Moon card. The Moon, of course, is your card here. I feel pretty good about this. Again, I kind of consider the Moon to be a little bit of a challenging card. I don't think it's like the worst card in the deck, of course, but, it definitely can be challenging. It's part of the Fool's journey. And, the whole point of the Moon is its fierce fantasies, illusions, not seeing things clearly. But the Moon tells the Fool that he needs to get to these mountains because eventually the sun will come up. And I feel a lot of you are on this journey where you're not sure like what your future is going to hold. And, I feel like you need to keep trusting like your inner guidance system. Or, I feel like you need to just keep trusting the journey, right? With the Ten of Swords, you have the Magician, which is great. So the magician, he would normally kind of be pointing down, but he's also pointing this way. And so the magician is a card of reinvention. He has this snake wrapped around his waist here, and the snake is eating its own tail. It's Ouroboros, so it represents reinvention. And now you have Venus in your sign as well. And Venus in your sign is a great time to change the way you look, but Venus will be going retrograde, which is a terrible time to change your image. So during the retrograde, I would make sure that you're not doing anything to change your image. After the retrograde, go for it. Or if you do it now, basically that would be fine. But I do feel like a lot of you are reinventing yourself. I kind of feel like there is resistance regardless. It's like, I say this all the time, but whenever Pisces makes a change, people don't like it. And so, just something you have to get over. With the Ten of Cups, you have the High Priestess, you again showing up here. I definitely prefer you showing up as the High Priestess. It is your true nature. And so whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength, and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. With the Moon card, you have the Queen of Wands right next to the King of Wands. So not really a love reading. I really feel this reading is kind of talking about you. But if you do want love, there definitely could be a person who's coming in for you. King and Queen of Wands, I love, and definitely could be a very kind of like fiery, passionate connection. And so if you want love, it is showing up here. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this exchanging gifts card and this Young Energy card. The Young Energy card is kind of like the Ace of Wands in this deck. It is a card of taking action. The exchanging gifts card, I feel that there are like gifts coming in for you. Again, this is a good year for Pisces, I think. And, I feel there will be good things happening. Again, you're going to have to put the work in. You can't just sit around and, keep doing the same things you've been doing. You have to really make those changes. And, that's what I would do. That's what I would make sure to do. But you're definitely getting started on something. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Death card. Again, Ten of Pentacles, building, leaving a legacy. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. And so, Ten of Pentacles forms the tree of life. And with the Ten of Pentacles, this is something that we work on forever. So, we don't just get the Ten of Pentacles. It's something that we are, constantly working on and developing. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that you are working towards creating your Ten of Pentacles, like building, leaving a legacy. Now, there's an alternative meaning to the Ten of Pentacles, that this guy here, the old guy, is actually a beggar, and he's coming and he's bringing this family a gift. So the Ten of Pentacles, the alternative meaning is that you could be getting a gift from something that looks like it has nothing to give. When you think about it, a beggar doesn't have money, so he has nothing, but he's coming and giving something. And you have this exchanging gifts card. So the Ten of Pentacles can represent hidden or secret information. It basically says that you could be getting information from an unlikely source. And I would really tell your brain that you're looking for answers on, basically anything. You never know. I always say, there are answers I've gotten from movies that were entertainment movies, not about anything. It's like if you turn your brain on and you tell it hey, I'm looking for a solution to this problem, or hey, I'm looking to grow this thing in my life, or whatever, then your brain will start searching for answers. And again, I kind of feel the Ten of Pentacles is encouraging you to do that. You have the Six of Wands, definitely some sort of victory. Again, it's time for you to stand out for sure. I will say, just based off the astrology, I do feel that you could be experiencing a lot of criticism. But it's like, if you're not willing to be criticized, then you're not going to get the positive side of things. I just wouldn't even focus on it. I wouldn't even worry about, the criticisms that could be coming in. If anything, you should be taking the criticism to mean that you're actually becoming more successful, right? Because there will always be jealous people. There will always be people who are just haters for whatever reason. And, again, I think you need to just focus on success. You have the Death card, definitely a change. The change that's coming is you. I don't even think it's a change. I think that you are just more, putting yourself out there more, or you're, shining your light more. We also have the two pillars from the moon back here. And the sun is coming up between those two pillars, so you're definitely kind of stepping into a sun period or a period of clarity. And, there could definitely be more clarity. And as I say that, the sun falls out. There's a bunch of cards here, so it's not a pop-out, but it is interesting that I just said the Sun and it came out like that. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Yeah, more of this Aries energy. It's funny that there's a lot of Aries energy in this reading. You know, the Aries card, you have the King of Wands, and this card definitely could be Aries. So, some of you, I feel, are really stepping into that like bold, assertive type of energy where you're getting started on things. Aries is really good at initiation, initiating new projects, new ideas, new directions. And, that's really the energy that you could be embracing. That is the energy I would embrace if I were you, is, new directions. And I would just take advantage of opportunities as they come. With the Six of Wands, you have the Star card here. Really good, really nice. Saying that you are the star, which I definitely feel here. With the Six of Wands, he is getting a lot of attention, the guy on the Six of Wands. And the Star card obviously would say there's like a lot of light, or, the star is kind of shining on you. The star is also about like a wish or a dream. So with the Ten of Pentacles and the star, really time for you to go for some sort of dream. With the Death card, you have the Five of Swords. This is also pretty good because with all this stuff here talking about how you need to release whatever you have attached to your identity, with the Death card, this could say that you're finally kind of releasing something that you feel reflects on you. That's a feeling I keep getting. I hope that's a good way of explaining it. But, it's almost like you're taking something personally, in the sense that you think that something is a reflection on you, but it isn't. And so, I feel good about the Five of Swords, actually. I feel like it's saying you are releasing this. Next in the area of the good stuff, you have this Receive card and this Balance card. I feel that Pisces needs to receive. I feel like you need to get into receptive mode, and I feel like that you need to start accepting things, into your life, good things. I think Pisces is too used to self-sacrifice, and so it's time to start saying yes to things that are coming to you. Again, I think that you need to learn how to say no, yes, but I also feel you need to say yes to the things, the energies that are going to support you, that are going to lift you up. Or if people want to give you things or whatever, like those are the things that you should be saying yes to, right? There are definitely things you need to say no to, but life is obviously about balance. And, I would balance those two things out. But, the things you need to say no to are you just self-sacrificing yourself. The things you need to say yes to are the things that are going to, increase your energy, lift you up, all that other stuff. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So, Seven of Pentacles in the good stuff would represent a positive change in direction. And there clearly is a positive change in direction. I feel like this period is really kind of like the start of the year for Pisces anyway. So, even though time has already been moving forward, I feel that you're really going to notice a new beginning now. And this might be the moment where you really feel different, where you feel like you're starting fresh. And, I feel that'll be very good for you as well. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is planting seeds in a direction. And, I kind of just feel that you're getting better results for the work that you're doing here with the Six of Pentacles. I also feel like you're seeing more progress in the work that you do. So I feel pretty good about the Six of Pentacles, Pisces. You have the Chariot. The Chariot, of course, can represent a victory. He is setting himself apart. And you have this card here that said, where did it say it? Said, positive momentum or travel. Don't wait for others to light the way. Yeah, exactly. So that card says don't wait for others to light the way. I think that is the key sentence in that card because it's like you are going on a unique journey, your own journey, and it's not going to be like anyone else's. So if you are looking for people who you can use as an example, there are not. I've definitely said that to you before. This energy of needing to be your own example really kicked off earlier, and it's really, really kicking off now. So you need to make sure that you're just trusting yourself and kind of going on this unique journey. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles again. Five of Pentacles in the good stuff would say you are now focusing on your strengths. Over here, you are focusing on your weaknesses. So I think you're focusing on the right things with the Six of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords twice, and the Ten of Swords can say something is dead, done, over with. But the Ten of Swords in the good stuff would be a blessing in disguise. So there could be some sort of blessing in disguise coming in for you with the Ten of Swords. With the Chariot, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is normally about carrying a heavy burden, but again, in the good stuff, this would say that you are very close to achieving your goal. He is about to reach his home, he's carrying his harvest, so definitely do not give up, Pisces, because I feel that you are very close to achieving your goal, or you're very close to achieving whatever it is you've been trying to achieve for a very long period of time. And, that's what I would focus on. And actually, I'm not going to use that deck, Pisces, because, I spilled coffee on it the other day and, it's all stuck together, so there you go. Let's see. You have this dark man. It says dealings or relationships, a woman or dark complexion or hair. I kind of feel like this is you. You have this card. It says a period of prosperity and abundance. So a lot of you could be creating a lot of abundance in your life. I mean, it doesn't matter that you're a man or a woman or whatever. I feel it's just saying the person I'm reading for is in, clearly just based off the cards, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Chariot. These are all very good cards, so you're clearly in a period of prosperity and abundance. You also have this card that says a period of ill health and depression. If that isn't Pisces, I don't know what to say. It's like things can go very, very well for Pisces, and then they just start worrying about things going wrong. Get out of your head is what this card is saying. Stop thinking that if something good happens, something bad is going to happen, right? You have this Ram card. It says stubborn, aggressive person.
Mars rétrogradé.
I would be careful during this whole period ahead. We are in a phase where Mars energy is still lingering, and that shadow energy lasts for a while. So you might as well just say for a bit longer. Anyone who's pushy, stubborn, aggressive, those are the people that are going to knock you off your path. Or the people that try to direct your life, those are the people that are going to knock you off your path as well, which I think is very common for Pisces. People like to tell Pisces what to do. And so I think you actually need to be stubborn and aggressive in a good way with the King of Wands and the Emperor and the Aries card, and you need to be your own guiding light is what that's saying. You have this Finger card. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. We don't really see any problems here, but again, don't ignore things as they pop up. You have this Archway. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. That is definitely what this reading is saying. You're definitely moving in like new directions, towards, down new paths with the Fool and the Moon with the path on it, and so clearly heading towards success. But this looks really good, Pisces. I like this a lot. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your time ahead.